Alright YouTube, it's me again, Raftareb, and today we're going to do another Beyblade Burst review. And this time we have the Burst Ultimate VS set from Beyblade Burst BU. So let's take a quick look of everything that came in the box. So here you have the sticker sheet, and they're already applied for Ultimate Valkyrie and the Burst Spriggan, the latest evolution of Spriggan in Beyblade Burst. So again, here's the sticker sheet. There you go. Next up, you have these instruction manuals. I'm gonna go over these. And here you have an ad for the 4th generation of Beyblade. And here's the date of when the 4th generation will come out. So the March of 21st next year, I'm guessing, or 2 years later. Not sure when this will come out, but I am excited for the 4th generation though. I wonder what it has in store for all of us. And here you have the tool for Burst Spriggan. And let's take a look at the Beyblades now. And we'll first take a look at Ultimate Valkyrie. Okay, we will first check out the upper layer, the layer of Ultimate Valkyrie. And I'm not gonna go through each part as I've already gone through this with the original Ultimate Valkyrie from DB. But what I am gonna do is compare this latest one to the original. So let's see if there is any difference. And I can see that the core is in a clear color, whereas the original has a blue color. And with this triangle here, it is now gray, whereas the original is more clear. And the rubber on the latest one is a little bit darker than the original. And okay, if we take a look underneath, and both layers have the same armor 9, only this one has no stickers. And the blue is more darker than the original here, as you can see. But everything else seems to be the same. But let me know in the comments below. Oh, another thing is the stickers are different as well, like in terms of color. But everything else is the same. And next up we have a new part which is called Wing Dash. And there's already a wing forged disc that's already been released, and that was with Valkyrie Wing Accel, the original, the very first Valkyrie ever released before the first season of Beyblade Burst. And what I do know about this disc is it's an attack type and can also provide a scrape risk in the stadium. So there you go. And lastly, we have the driver called Accel Dash. And again, there's already an Accel driver already released in Beyblade Burst, and that was also with Valkyrie Wing Accel. And the difference is this is a dash driver, meaning that this has more stronger spring, and the tip shows a genuine flat tip, like a normal flat tip. So this is an attack type driver, but not as aggressive. Won't be as aggressive as this variable driver, and not a good one too. So there you go. Next up, we will be looking at the newest Spriggan evolution, which is Burst Spriggan. We will first take a look at the core of Spriggan. As you can see, there you have the face of Spriggan, and comes in this really cool silver, gold, red, and clear color. And if we take a look underneath, as you can see, this core is dual spin. So you take this tool here, and you can, let me just zoom out a little bit. You can switch the spin for this bay, either right or left, like so. So there you go. And next up we have the blade called Burst, and I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. So here's the blade, and a really cool looking blade too. And again, this is a dual spinning Beyblade, a balanced type Beyblade as well. So you have one side of the blade looks really similar to Astro Spriggan, and there's more in this design also, and this is inspirationally designed. And here you have the underside of the blade. This is the right spinning side, the gold and white, and here you have the left spinning side, the black and gold, as you can see. And again, there's similarities with Spriggan's previous evolutions. I'll provide pictures to show you. So this side would be the attack type side, and here would be a defensive side, but I'm not sure. Leave a comment below what you think of this blade here. So there you go. And next up we have a new armor called 8, and the weight distribution is on 8 sides, which improves the balance of the bay as it spins. A really cool looking armor. So there you go. And next up we have the forge disc called Spread Dash, and this looks almost the same as the original Spread disc from Spriggan Spread Fusion, the very first Spriggan before the anime. And there's also more to the design as well. And this is also similar with the wing disc as well. And lastly, we have the driver called Fusion Dash, and this is a balance type driver. You can see the tip shows. I just get the camera to focus. There you go. And the tip shows that this is a flat driver with a sharp, the inner sharp tip, and this will wear out as you use the driver. So I don't recommend you use this driver. So replace this with a better driver such as either Zenith or the Quattro Dash driver. I would replace this with Quattro Dash just because of the option of drivers, the types of drivers that comes in the driver itself. So there you go. And here you have Ultimate Valkyrie and Burst Spriggan all assembled. And these two bays look really amazing in terms of the color and design. So inspirationally designed as well. But the only downside of these bays are the drivers. They're not really recommended. So I would replace this driver, the Accel driver, with either the Evolution Dash or the, what was it called, the reboot driver. But I would replace it with Evolution Dash, and I would replace this with the Quattro Dash driver. So you have the two bays, and as you can see, the upper layer is buffed up or bulky, but the drivers remained so thin, which does not look good at all. But anyways, I'm gonna change Spriggan to left spinning mode, and here you have Burst Spriggan in left spinning mode. And as you can see, this also looks amazing, just like in right spinning mode. And there are some similarities in terms of design with this Burst Spriggan and the Astro Spriggan. Let me just take it out quickly, compare the two. You can see there's some similarities here. And let's now check out the right spinning side of Burst Spriggan with the left spinning side of Astral Spriggan. So there's some similarities as well. There's the rubber, both have rubbers in them, and you have these gold designs which looks similar as well. But let me know in the comments below, which Spriggan design do you prefer out of these two. Anyways, there you have Ultimate Valkyrie and not Astral Spriggan but Burst Spriggan. We will now check out Divine Belial's VS gear. One thing I forgot to mention about the Burst blade is there are two tabs that sticks out from the opposite directions. As you can see, there are these tabs and they act as the burst lock for the Beyblade. Let me just assemble Burst Spriggan quickly. Oh. So when I assemble the bay itself, there you have the bay assembled, obviously. And in the first click, the bay will show a little bit of resistance there, and that's because of the tabs sticking out, the longest tabs sticking out. So they're the burst locks for this bay here, Burst Spriggan, which is really useful for the bay to prevent a burst finish. So there you go. And here you have the newest gear for Divine Belial, which is the VS gear. And as you can see, this looks fairly similar to the V gear and the S gear themselves. So basically this gear is S gear and V gear combined. And because the red circle here, the red circle can free spin, but not too freely. There's a little bit of stoppage there, as you can see, as I spin it. So this gear doesn't really look promising to me. But let me know in the comments below what you think of this driver. Might have to test this driver with Divine Belial. Let me just put it on quickly. So here you have the VS gear installed on Divine Belial. So perfect Divine Belial is complete, finally. So I'm keeping this as my perfect Divine Belial. I just like this design better. So there you go. We will now check the weight for Ultimate Valkyrie and Burst Spriggan. See what we get with Ultimate Valkyrie. 70 grams, so I think 1 gram heavier than the original Ultimate Valkyrie, as the original was 69 grams as far as I remember. And now we check Burst Spriggan. 75 grams, so few weights lighter than Astral Spriggan. So there you go. We will now test spin and test battle D-Space. We will first test spin Ultimate Valkyrie Wing Accel. So here we go. So not as aggressive as the original Ultimate Valkyrie, but this version of Ultimate Valkyrie doesn't scrape as the original. That's because of the driver, a different driver, and it's much taller as well. But still, I don't recommend this driver here. Let's now move on to Burst Spriggan. It sometimes becomes aggressive and sometimes it doesn't. That's mainly because of the driver. But the sharper tip of the fusion dash driver will wear out as you use it. There you go. Spriggan just entered the sharp tip. Anyways, let's change this bay to left spinning mode. And here you have Burst Spriggan in left spinning mode. So same deal with the right spinning mode, except this one spins the opposite way. Now the bay entered its sharp mode. And the way it entered reminds me of a certain bottom from Metal Fight. So, there you have Burst Spriggan. I will now test spin Divine Belial with the VS gear. So here we go. Just like with the V gear, this VS gear retracts the rubber teeth of Divine Belial, of the adventure driver, and adds more mobility to the Beyblade. So, there you go. I will now test battle these three Beyblades. I will now test battle Ultimate Valkyrie against Burst Spriggan. So here we go. That was a bad launch. So as you can see, Ultimate Valkyrie still in the corner just a few moments ago. And Burst Spriggan just entered its sharp mode. Oh, big hit. And Burst Spriggan wins by survivor finish. I will now switch this bay into left spinning mode. And you can see Ultimate Valkyrie stopped it. Oh, big hit. And I think I just heard a click from one of these bays. Oh, another big hit. Oh, big hit. And it's a draw. And those multiple big hits from that battle caused a small piece of rubber from Ultimate Valkyrie to almost fall off, as you can see. But anyways, let's now move on to Burst Spriggan against Divine Belial, the perfect Divine Belial. So here we go. Another bad launch. can see, neither base are spinning aggressively. And Burst Spriggan wins by a survivor finish. I now have Burst Spriggan in left spinning mode. Oh, big hit in the scrape. Oh, another big hit. And I think I just heard a click. And the burst flop activated on Belial, it seems. And Spriggan just stalled in the corner. Bullet able to spin steal. And it's a draw. I now have Divine Belial in 6-bladed mode against Burst Spriggan, who remains in left spinning mode. So here we go. I suspect that's the VS gear kicking in. Oh, big hit. Oh, and I think perfect Divine Belial won by survivor finish. So, there you have the two Beyblades, Burst Spriggan and Ultimate Valkyrie, and the BS gear. And there you have the unboxing and review for the Burst Ultimate VS set from Beyblade Burst. And the latest evolution of Spriggan looks amazing, and so does the recolor of Ultimate Valkyrie. Just looks so good as well. And I highly recommend that you get this set for the VS gear for Divine Belial, and also the latest evolution of Burst Spriggan. But let me know in the comments below what you think of this set, especially Burst Spriggan. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And if you wanna check out my playlist of Beyblade contents, go ahead and do so. And please follow me on my Instagram page and check out the channel mgoskis328 down in the description below. And this has been Raf the Rev. Moving on to the next video.